Yo, hi everyone, Hashim is here. And today's video is gonna be a podcast with the one and only Ahmed, my cousin.
Hey, my cousin.
how
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. Inshallah,
how
it's
are you,
gonna
man?
be a good episode. I'm doing great. Alhamdulillah. I just had breakfast, came back. I'm ready. I've never done anything like this. Inshallah. We'll see how this goes, inshallah.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff. So basically, today's podcast is gonna be about what did America change in Ahmed in terms of moving there to study. So can you start with like telling us what's your background before moving there? Like just a
Yeah,
quick introduction about you.
awesome, inshallah. Yeah, first of all, I'm Palestinian. I'm Palestinian. I was born in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. I grew up there like all my life, right? I graduated 2020, right? Finish high school, then COVID happens. So I started going to, I applied to community college here in America, in California specifically, right? And then I stayed in Saudi Arabia for like 1 year. I was doing online classes. Afterwards, in my second year, that's when I came here. Um, I don't know what I had. Like I had a picture in mind about America. I'm trying to remember what I was thinking. Uh, yeah, I can't remember what the picture I had in mind of America, but it was a bit slow when I first came here. It was like still like getting used to it. But yeah, background I would say. What else? What else? Hashim was still okay. I'm trying to remember. Hashim was still in Saudi at the time. A couple of my friends had left Saudi as well. They also left to study in different countries as well. So yeah, it was a new beginning, really. Yeah, it was a new beginning, and a lot of ups and some ups, not a lot, some ups and downs, but Alhamdulillah, so far so good. And yeah, I think
Okay,
that's. Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's a good. Is that a good introduction? I don't know.
I think
Inshallah.
it's a great introduction actually. Sorry for the technical issues. However,
Technical issues.
so Ahmed, you
Yeah.
told me you graduated in 2020, which is the COVID year. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure there was too many options for you on where to study. What motivated
Yes.
you to choose America as the place to study? I believe. What are you studying?
Studying computer science.
Yeah. What
Computer
motivated
science.
you?
Um, Specifically to come to this area, I don't want to say the specific city. So specifically for this state, what? Who knows?
bro,
Isma, who
bro
knows?
doesn't
Who knows gonna?
bro doesn't
Who
want to
knows who's
get
gonna
me.
watch this?
Okay.
Isma, someone's just gonna. You are right. Well, someone's gonna come knocking at my door, man.
Okay. Fair
Oh,
enough.
that happened one time. That's a different story. But maybe I
Anyway,
won't
yeah.
say it. Who knows? But um, yeah. So the main reason I decided to come to this state is because of my uncle. My uncle, like he's been living here for about say 20 years or maybe more than that, 25 years. Yeah, he's been living here, and my cousins as well. So that was a big motivator for me since I know it can be difficult to move to a new country or go to study abroad. My uncle, and alhamdulillah, he helped me out a lot in showing me around, sorting out, finding an apartment and everything. So yeah, my uncle helped me out a lot at first when I came here. So yeah, that was a big motivator. And also the schools here they're very good as well.
You
Yes.
told me your uncle motivated you the most.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
Fair
Definitely.
enough. Was it hard to travel during COVID?
Oh yes, yes. It was. You needed the vaccination. You needed what else? It's just yeah, the vaccination and the COVID test. They need to make sure that you tested negative and you had taken two vaccinations, I believe. Oh wait, maybe that's for other country. Wait, I actually can't. I don't quite remember if America required like to come into the United States if it was required to have had like okay, definitely maybe COVID negative. I'm not sure um, for vaccination because I remember there was a lot of like a discussion around vaccination, not getting vaccinated, not getting vaccinated, especially in like in America, since like it's called, it's a free country. You can do whatever you want, I guess. So yeah, it was a bit difficult, like wearing masks. Yeah, a lot of people, you remember the wearing a mask in a plane. That was torture. That was straight torture. If you remember that time, oh man, you can't breathe. You want to eat, like you want to go to sleep, and you want to breathe. You want to take it off. You want to like you want to just maybe like relax a little bit. And the what's it called? The flight attendant would just come and wake you up, like, hey, put that, like, it's fine, bro. Like nothing is gonna happen. Yeah, you remember those days? Yeah, COVID was an interesting time. Definitely it was.
So, how did you feel when you first arrived in America? Did you find any culture shocks, these type of things?
Yeah. Um. How did I feel? I felt. I don't know. It was a new beginning. I would say it was a new beginning. New life. Since we finished the high school days. Like 12 years of studying. Now that's it. This is a new period of your life. So definitely, it was exciting. Um. Here, I didn't feel. It didn't like the what's it called, the realization that I had left my family and like left my country and like everyone I ever knew, all my friends, like I left you. You were so like I left everyone. I didn't That realization didn't come to me only after like a couple of months. Like I realized, like, hey, like I like that's it. I'm يعني, like inshallah I'm gonna see them again and everything. But only a couple months after that, to be honest, did it hit me like, hey, like you're not all alone now. But it does definitely has a lonely feeling, especially really you do feel a bit lonely sometimes, especially because like a lot of meals you're gonna have by yourself, right? Especially if you're not living on campus. I mean, I'm going to, I'm going to community college where there isn't housing or like apartments there or anything. Maybe when I transfer, I might live on campus or something. But yeah, a lot you're gonna spend a lot of time by yourself, which um, which can be uh, which can be very lonely. Um, what was the other part of your question? Can't remember. That was the question,
Did
right?
you
How did you
did you
feel? I was reaction.
did you face any culture shocks, or you dealt
Oh
with
yes,
it
culture
fine?
shocks. So definitely 100% with the food. The food here is okay. It's not totally, but
Dude.
man, dude, man, dude. Look, okay. The food here is okay. It's all right. It's good, but it's nothing compared to the food in Saudi, really, and the food in the Middle East in general.
Bro
I think
wants
a
some
food.
kabsa, Mandy. That's what he wants. I know.
Yes, bro. Allah, yes, man. I want some like real like meats. Real. Yeah, definitely the food. Also something else I noticed, um, like in society, I guess.
Mm.
Um, people weren't as socially connected as they were in Saudi, at least. Um, like at least as I remember in Saudi, like a lot of neighbors, they know each other. They have gatherings from time to time. Like it's quite normal to talk to people. I guess in class, everyone knows each other. In Saudi, everyone knows each other. There isn't. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I was talking to someone the other day, and they had like explained it in a way that like was very accurate of how I felt at the time, especially going to a class. It's everyone's just by themselves. No one really like, so they interact a little bit, but there isn't this like um not a community, maybe community, maybe like this bond. I don't know how to. I still haven't found the perfect description for it, but yeah, people are not as social as they were. Like this was the very like the surprising part for me, right? And yeah, I don't know. I felt sorry. I remember that one class. I felt sorry for the professor, man. He wanted people to interact. Like he would say, "Hey, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of that?" And just everyone stays silent. There's only that one girl I remember. She was from yeah, Kenya, maybe, or South. I can't remember which. Uganda, maybe Uganda. I don't know where she went now, but there was this other like international student, I believe, and she was yeah, she was the only one like she was like, I don't know, she had a personality. I guess she had a personality. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Yeah,
can
I would
help
say.
you when describing it. You know, in Saudi,
Yeah. Yeah.
whenever you meet person for the first time, and it's literally your first time meeting him, and I don't want to say you will be really close friend with him in the first day, but you will be really good friends with him in one day only. That's
Yeah, 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 yes, yes. That's a
yeah,
like they don't treat you as a stranger. I guess in the Middle East in general, I would. I mean, actually, I don't know. Like, as I really only lived in Saudi. I did visit other countries, but they don't treat you as this. Like, ايش يعني ميانة بالإنجليزي? I don't know what it means, man. I don't know what that word means in English, but yeah, there's yeah, people into like talk to each other like there's no barrier, like there is no ice.
mm,
You see, like the ice
mm,
is broken immediately in the first
yeah.
interaction. Yeah, that's
Uh,
something I definitely noticed here. Yeah.
it's fine. Uh, let's go back to you remember when you mentioned moment of realization? You mentioned
Yeah.
that after you traveled, you faced it. I can share
Yes.
and what happened would be as soon as on the passport immigration in the airport, as soon as I
Mm,
passed it, and your family can't enter with you, you know that,
mm.
okay? As soon as I passed
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
I got the moment of realization. I was god damn.
Yeah.
And the fun fact or the fun thing is, this didn't only happen the first time. Every time I travel and I pass the immigration passport immigration, I always get that feeling, which is
Yes. I know. I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite interesting. Anyway, sorry for that. The lighting went off. However, we're gonna continue like this. I think it's still good. I think it's still good. Anyway, so Ahmed,
Mm,
how did your time in America shaped your personal goals, and how
mm.
what character improvements it did to you?
Um. So definitely. Okay. So we're gonna do this again. So, okay, guys, you watching this? I kind of I gave a beginning to the answer, then everything went didn't work anyway. So definitely when you're living in your parents' house, you live in your parents, right? You're used to your mom cooking for you, right? Making food, cleaning the house, and everything. So once you live by yourself, you realize that no one's gonna do that for you, and then you have to. No one's gonna feed you breakfast. No one's gonna feed you lunch. No one's gonna feed you dinner. No one's gonna clean your house. No one's gonna do whatever, right? So that definitely gives you a sense of responsibility. And yeah, so definitely it definitely gave me a sense of responsibility. And after that, it definitely when I guess growing up, you just naturally have friends in school, right? You get to meet people like when you're in class. That's it. You guys are your friends. You don't really think about friendships. You don't really think about. I mean, at least for me, I didn't really think about. Okay, this is what do I want in a friendship? What do I want? How do I make friends in the first place? And then what are the responsibilities that come with friendships? And what and like how do friendships work really? So that's something that يا ربي, how do I say it? That's something definitely that I learned, and I had to yeah I had to. I mean, yes, I had to start my life all over again and start making friends from scratch again. And what else? Yeah, they gave me a sense of responsibility. And okay, the friends that I choose, that okay, you have a responsibility to the friendship. You have a responsibility to all the people that you decide to have a connection with. To decide, especially the people who are in your old country, right, or in other parts of the world, right? You're gonna have to, if you don't stay in touch, like if not either side decides to stay in touch, friendship will, it's not gonna last. Someone has to, someone. I guess has to take initiative, but also you have to maintain that friendship. So I definitely learned how to maintain friendships, especially like how everyone gets busy with their own lives. Everyone has work or school or whatever.
Yeah, I was
So yeah, that definitely yeah.
yeah, I was going to ask you that question, which is, from Riyadh to your state is like you are traveling overseas basically. Okay.
Yeah.
How did this affect your relationship with your friends, your family, whether it was in a good way or in
Oh,
a
okay.
bad way? And I would
Hmm.
love if you, like, for example, give me some instance where, how to say it, like, I would love to give me some examples in terms of,
Okay.
and a good example, let's say you were able to maintain this friendship, and in other
Okay.
example you couldn't, or you decide, no, I don't want to continue this relationship with you overseas or something.
Hmm. Um.
I believe
Okay.
we can skip
Yeah.
the relationship with family because it's
Yeah.
okay,
We already
no,
talked. We already.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's definitely like family is a priority because that is the one connection. That's the I would say
Yeah,
a long lasting connection because you are blood related, right? That is your dad, that's your mom, that's your brother, that's your sister, that's your uncle. You have, let's say, you have a bond with them. Like they will always, this is your dad, so always be your uncle. This. Um, how did it affect? It definitely made me a distant. It definitely you'll naturally be distant from a lot of people, especially with the time difference. So you really have to put effort. You really have to gonna have to put effort. Like, okay, I choose to call this person. I choose to call you, for example. Like we always FaceTime each other. Like you become more conscious, right? You become more conscious of the friends that you want to maintain a friendship with,
maybe more thankful.
and
Sorry.
oh yeah, more thankful. Yes, yes, more thankful. Yeah, like alhamdulillah, I met some great people. I met some great people, but I'm not gonna say it's not the same, but I really miss those guys. You know, it's like the other friends that in Saudi and like they're spread out in the world right now.
Big shout out to
I
Kenno.
definitely yeah, Ken, Rayan, Ubay,
لا لا
like
لا
all the
ريان لا لا بمزح بمزح.
ريان أكيد
All
ريان
the love,
لا
all the
ريان
love to
وعبادي
Ryan.
لا ريان وعبادي لا
No, 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 no.
ريان وعبادي.
All the love to them.
Yeah, so you definitely take it for okay. That's definitely true. You definitely take it for granted, and you think that as I don't know, you're gonna stay together. You don't really when you don't really look into the future, like try to decide to plan. It's like that's it, we're friends. It's gonna stay like that, and
Are
then
are you like a long
some time
term?
goes. Yeah.
Are you like a long term planner, or you are the type of persons that just trusting the process and doing good?
Hmm.
And by the
Hmm.
way, did did studying abroad or studying in America specifically shaped this skill in a better way or no?
I was definitely okay. 100%, 100%. When I graduated high school, I wasn't a long term planner. 100%. I didn't have. I didn't have any plan really. Like
You only wanted to
is
play some FIFA.
yeah,
Hashim.
that's
What
true.
about
True.
Ultimate Team?
Ultimate Team and Warzone with the guys, the boys. That's it. That's all we
Oh,
did in lockdown. That's all we did. Some good times, man.
top notch days.
So yeah, I was definitely more spontaneous. Just in the moment, didn't really think. Sometimes that is good to be spontaneous and not really overthink. But sometimes we underthink. That's what happened with me. I under thought. I guess I didn't think as much. I didn't plan as much for my future. Okay, what do I want? You know, when they ask you like, "Oh, what are you gonna look like in 5 years?" Like, how? Like, oh no, yeah. How do you plan your life to look like? What do you think your life's gonna look like in 5 years or whatever? I didn't really think of it that much at the time, but now I understand that question. I'm like, oh, that's actually a good question. Like, yeah, you need to, like, how do you envision your life? What goals do you have really? Um, so yeah, that I would say a year after living here, as I started thinking more long term. I'm thinking, okay, I want to. want to cultivate good habits, really. Which the main one was going to the gym, going to the gym, and like getting consistent with working out. That definitely like positively uh, impacted my life. And yeah, an example of like spontaneous and stuff. I didn't really think of my major, really. Like even though like like I think the reason why, like the main reason I chose it is because okay, computer science. Lots of people are doing it. I heard it was a good major. Most of my family are engineers, computer engineers, electrical engineering. This guy is doing computer system engine engineering. You know, everyone is doing it. So I didn't really think of it. I think of it much, um, which came at a price for me, really, because I was very. Um, I didn't have a set goal in mind, really. So I was doing it, but I wasn't. I don't really know why I'm doing it, really, because I didn't plan, really. I didn't plan. Which yeah, at first I thought about, what did I think? I thought about physical therapy, chiropractic. I thought about environmental engineering for a bit. Thought
Kinesiology.
about accounting. I thought about, like, that was after, like, I'm doing like, then I said, okay, I'm doing computer science, but I'm still thinking about other majors. It was really last at the end of last semester. I was actually gonna change my major last semester. I decided to get a job. Where is it? I started to get a job like a physical therapy clinic. So I was like, okay, let me see, because I had, this is one of the first careers I had in mind, physical therapy and chiropractic. So okay, I was okay. Let me try it out and see what it's like, because it's a very big commitment, especially here, and it's very expensive. I was like, okay, let me see. I started working. I worked there for not a very long time. I was there for like 2 months or something. Um, I thought, okay, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was like nice work, I guess, but I didn't see myself doing it really, like doing it long term. I didn't really see myself doing it like long term, right? So I was like, and a lot of and at the time also I was asking a lot of people, okay, why did you choose this career? Why did you choose that career? How did you make that decision?
Have you ever
Yeah,
asked me that
that
question,
was.
Ahmed?
Have I ever asked you that question?
Yeah.
I've never asked you that question. I think I actually never asked you that question. I never asked. Okay, why did you choose it? I actually never asked you. Yeah.
I think the podcast is about you, not me.
Okay, okay. I see how it is. I see how it
But
is.
no, no, genuinely,
Yeah.
I really wanted something between hardware because I love electrical engineering. And initially, I was
Mm,
going to go with electrical electronic engineering, which is called Triple E.
mm,
However, when I
mm,
actually started applying for electrical electronic engineering, until I
mm,
passed by a major called computer systems engineering, and I looked at the courses that I will take during the university, and it's really
mm.
catched my eye. Like the good balance between hardware and software in this course really encouraged me. Uh, yeah, that's all the main things I can say. You can say, yeah,
I
because
remember you really like physics. I remember that. I We always talk about, when we hang out. We always talk about like the universe. We talk about the fourth dimension, and we talk about string theory, and like that's
yeah,
something
yeah,
I know that you love.
and
But I know that you really liked it.
that's a fact that I knew recently, which is most of the physics equations are from differential equations. So, for example,
Oh yeah,
Newton's law, which is F equals what was it? M, is it F equals ma?
yeah,
You know, this is a
yes.
second order derivative from another equation. So that's how
I mm.
calculus is a bit related to our life, basically. So
Oh
whoever asks
yes,
you
yes.
what I'm gonna do with calculus in the future, you can give them millions of examples. But yeah, some
No,
people,
there's a lot of answers. Yeah, I
yeah,
feel like they don't. Some professors or teachers, they don't really explain. Okay, how is it applicable, or like how is it used really? I'm Cause since I'm taking differential equations this semester, I'm taking the elementary differential equations. They I realized the professor, what's it called, when he was doing like one problem, I realized like, so I had taken physics the semester before that. And I realized like a lot of this is just differential equations. He was explaining like, oh, this is just a differential equation.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of it. I think I saw what was it called? Neil deGrasse Tyson's. It's a video that he said, okay, why I forgot the title of the video, but he was saying, okay, how is calculus used in your life? He said that it's not really the calculus that it's it that you're gonna use it really. He used something like, but he said it's you learned new ways to solve a problem. So that way, that's how it's gonna help you in your life.
Yeah. Even as a
So I
programmer,
guess that's also one of the
program.
benefits.
Sorry, even as a programmer as well.
Programmers, yeah.
Uh, okay, let's now get out of the topic. Let's get back. So
Give me
Ahmed,
I need to bring my charger before this closes. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I swear to God, this lads, I'm not sure if this episode is gonna be out, but if it was out, drop a like if you enjoyed this video, because as you can see, so many technical issues, and definitely we deserve a like. Okay, can you share with me a specific moment or experience that made a significant impact on you in America?
America.
By the way, before you answer that, I like your poster behind you. Is that Dragon Ball?
Thank you. Yes, it is Dragon Ball. It's Dragon Ball. It's the first, yeah, Dragon Ball. Yeah, it's Kid Goku with I forgot his name. Not his name, but yeah, significant moment.
Okay, let me. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the
Hmm.
question. Okay.
Okay, I
Uh,
think I remember something. I remember it's. Let's see. There's something else you're gonna say.
yeah.
Hello.
Can you share with us a specific moment or experience uh, that what?
Mm.
Yeah, that made a significant impact on you, whether it
Mm.
was in a good way or in a bad way. It's fine.
I remember a good experience. Bad experience.
It's fine. Just give me one.
Yeah, I there is a bad experience, but I need to like remember it fully because okay, I
I
remember the
can.
good experience. Okay, let me tell you the good experience. So one this is general like in America, right? I'm not related to school or anything. So one day I was working, right? I so my first job I ever got was at Chipotle. That was the first job I ever got, right? So I'm working here, right? It was a very nice place. The managers were very nice and everything. So one day I'm working, and a group of like a bus parks, right? Like with I think it was a team, like a high school team or something, right? And the coach come in and everything. So a lot of my coworkers were like really annoyed, right? Because a lot of people just came through, right? And we're gonna have to make a lot of bowls and burritos and all that stuff. We're going to start working, right? So I'm looking at this, and they're making a lot of noise. The coaches like they're making fun of each other. Like there's this very like nice, a very excited, very loud energy, I guess. So I remembered. So in Saudi, it was a long time ago, but every Thursday, I think every Thursday before they changed to the week. I think it was every Thursday. We used to play soccer. We used to play football, right? Every weekend, we would say. And after every game, we would have these feasts. We would go to a restaurant, and we would just like 20, 30 people would go in the restaurant. We make so much noise, we make the place dirty and everything. And then we have the food and we'd leave, right? So I had this moment. Wallahi, it was so nice. It was so beautiful. I'm sitting here. I'm making the meal, and then I see this. I'm like, now I became the person that makes the meal for them. It was like a full, you know what I mean? It was a full circle moment. Wallah, it was a full circle. I'm like, man, a few years ago, that was me going to the restaurants with my friends,
It's
and like
like
we used to make, yeah,
it's like you saw yourself coming in the door, but you are the worker.
yes, yes. But now, okay, but now I'm the worker. I'm the one that making the meal, and now I'm the one that's like giving them this experience, right? Because it was one of the best. memories I had from my childhood was these football games that we used to play, and then we'd go to any whichever restaurant, Pizza Hut or whatever, and we'd go in and we'd laugh and we'd eat and we'd make a mess. And it was one of the most beautiful like memories that I had. So when I saw that, I'm like, now I get to give them this experience, and now they're making memories. So yeah, it was a very beautiful.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people will ask you this question if they saw you in person. Was there like a
Mm.
language barrier since English is not your first language?
Oh yes, yeah. Thank you for asking that, man. Thank you for asking that. Okay, so this is okay. I did learn English in Saudi. I went to it was a national school, right? I was learning Arabic, but there was also we did take an English course every year. Right? We were taking English as well. But
Was it a national school
yes.
or private? You mean?
Oh, isn't that okay? Wasn't that? Wait, maybe I messed up. Okay, it was a private school. Yeah, it was. But we were learning in Arabic. Okay, maybe I messed it up a little bit. Yeah, we were learning in Arabic, but we did take an English course, right? So I didn't know English. I didn't know English. I did not know English. I took the TOEFL test. I got 83. I think
He's a
I got pretty
capper.
good.
I
I got
swear to
pretty.
God, his English while he was a child was talissimo. He used to go
Okay,
to
okay,
Burger
no,
King and order
okay.
us the food, man.
Yes. Used to get the chicken royale with the chicken fingers with the
Yeah,
barbecue
chicken.
sauce.
Osama
He-
loved it. This Osama used to love it
yes,
so
he
much.
did. He did. I was so happy when. So Sam is my older brother, right?
And he's my
So
cousin. No, uh-huh.
and he yeah okay yeah. But we used to okay because he was okay. Eating out wasn't normal at the time. It wasn't very normal, right? And like when we were kids, like a long time ago. So because he was the oldest, he had like I don't know he had like privileges. I guess he could eat out anytime he want. So he'd be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna eat Burger King." So then we'd be so happy, like alhamdulillah, finally we're gonna eat something outside. So he brings that Burger King. But okay, so going back to your question, yes, I did know English, but I did not practice speaking. Like you would when I first came here, you would talk to me. I would understand everything that you would say. Maybe some people would relate to what I'm saying. I don't know, but I knew English, but speaking was the most difficult part. I could speak, but like this right now, what we're doing, like having a conversation and yeah, just like having confidence that I could not do that. I could not do that for the life of me, man. Wallahi. Who was it?
I
Maybe if you ask
remember.
our other cousin Muhammad, he's here. You could ask him, or like there's another friend of ours. Um, yeah, there's other fellows. You could ask him like how I was when I came here. Yeah, it took me some time to get used to it. That's all. But I wouldn't say I was like zero English. No, I wasn't. No, it wasn't like that. But it definitely took me some time. I remember one time we were at this dinner, right? And everyone was speaking English and everything. And it was the first semester I was here. So like, okay, everyone's speaking English. Okay, get ready to have a conversation in English, I guess, right? There was one guy. He asked me something in English, right? He said something I can't remember what he said, but Ya Rabbi, he said something like, I wanted to reply, Wallah, I wanted to reply in English. I don't know, my tongue lagged. Wallah, my tongue lagged. Honestly, I'm not used to it, right? So it's time. He's like, oh, it's fine. If you want to talk in Arabic, we can speak in Arabic. I speak Arabic. I'm like, thank God, bro. Thank God you came to this dinner, man. Let's
You
talk in
needed
Arabic, bro.
you needed a face lag compensator. Oh, whoa, that's control system joke.
What?
Anyway, uh, uh, yeah, I, I really remember
You
Ahmed.
understand what I mean? Do you
Yeah, yeah,
understand
yeah.
what I mean
I
by
mean,
like
when
I know English. I knew, yeah, but wasn't used
when
to
I
it.
first came here, I used
Wasn't
to
used to
say, when I first came here, I used to say, I swear of God.
it. I swear off God.
Yeah, no,
Nah, you.
until my friend Sully told me, stop saying I swear of God. It's I swear to God, and after that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Abu Ahmed.
Yeah.
Do you remember you know when it's time to travel, and your parents start giving you some advices what you should do and what you shouldn't do and so on.
Oh.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure, not I'm pretty sure, I'm positive they told you choose a wise choose a wise friends or not wise, sorry, choose make sure
Mm.
you have a good company. Okay.
Mm,
Was
mm,
it hard to find a good company, and especially let's say
mm.
Muslims? If
Yeah. Yes.
yeah, so if you can
Mm,
talk me through your journey in terms of how you started making friends, what type of friends you were making, until you find
mm-hmm,
your ultimate good company you're
mm-hmm,
hanging
mm-hmm.
out with now.
Yes, I would say. So it definitely took me time to make friends here. So at first, I had met a couple of people here on campus, but we weren't really friends. Like we had met a little bit, like hung out a little bit after class, but we weren't like really friends, right? So really, it's no. It took me for me. It took me a while. It was really after a year. Or excuse me. Um. So yeah, it was really after a year that I would say got out of really got like used to like talking to people, I guess. So at first I had met so there was a semester where met a lot of people. I met um a lot of different people, a lot of friend groups that have every single friend group is different, right? So I had met a lot of people and I hung out with a lot of people like on campus and sometimes off campus, right? So a lot of times, at least for me, or like in general, like you can tell how someone is like just the first time you hang out with them or whatever. You can tell the type of interest they have, their hobbies, I guess. And I remember I hung out with some people one time, and it was like I saw myself that like this is not my friend group. 100%, this is not my friend group, right? They were a group of like they were Muslim, right? And I was like, you know what, this is not for me. This is 100% not for me. Like I'm not this type of person. So yeah, I decided to stay distant from them. Um, I decided this other friend group. I met this other friend group, like they were Muslim as well, and uh, yeah, we had similar hobbies, we had similar interests. We slowly started getting more close and hanging out more, and I decided to get close to them more, right? And yeah, the funny like I was just out with one of them. Um, we're having breakfast and we had a really nice conversation. So definitely friendships. I don't know if the friendships in America or friendships in college is weird. I don't know if you've had the experience as well, but yeah, it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit weird since I don't know. People say the people notice. Okay, you stop hanging out with them. Like people will notice, even like and people say, "Oh, you hang out with these people or whatever," right? Because like you walk around campus, you're gonna see each other. Like you will come across each other. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so it was a little bit difficult since I didn't grow up here, right? So a lot of people that I met, some of them had known each other from high school, some of them had known each other from before. So me, I was a new guy, right? I was a new guy. I'm still like low. Like a lot of them asked me, "Hey, I went to this high school. Where did you go to?" I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't go to high school here. I'm not from here, really." And then they would tell me, like, it's so funny. A lot of times they tell me, "Hey, I'm from this high school." I'm like, I don't know what high school that is. I don't know, bro. Yeah, they tell me something. I don't know. I don't know anything. Okay, I don't know the school. I don't know that street. This, even though I've been living for 2 years, there are some streets that I don't know really. Like, oh, I'm from this. Like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah.
not used to.
Bro, especially in the
Yeah.
UK, like I ask someone where are you from, he tell me like a weird village in like literally near London. He told me I'm from.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
was like, sorry, I'm from. Okay, good for you. Nice to meet you. I'm from Jordan. Oh, I'm from Palestine. Oh, fine, fair enough. You know. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you do. I did. So yeah. There had been a time where I felt very, let's say, left out and a little bit isolated because a lot of people they already know each other. Lots of people they already know each other from high school or from other schools, and I was really the like in my head, yeah, I was really the new person like in this area really.
yeah,
So yeah, that was a little bit yeah, that was a strange feeling. Sometimes get close to some people, then yeah, it was weird, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was weird. Then I learned there was a little bit drama between people, just like. like old, like it's weird. Wallah, it's weird. I'm like, hey man, I came here to study, and that's it. I'm not here for this. Wallah, I'm not here for
Yeah,
this. So yeah, it's yeah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. No, now I have a good friend group, I would say.
nice man, nice. Anyway, I'm really enjoying the talk so far. If you do enjoy it, lads, drop a like. We would really
Drop
appreciate
a
it.
like, please,
Yeah,
and subscribe.
and subscribes, of course. Okay, Abu Ahmed.
10,000. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you maybe a deep question, and feel free not to answer it. Okay.
Okay. Leicester.
So, Abu Ahmed, what? Give me something that made you. Okay, so give me something you're appreciating more now after you came to America, beside parents, food, because you mentioned these already.
Mm, mm.
What is there, if there's anything you're appreciating more now, especially when you go back to Riyadh? You start, you know what I mean, right?
Yes. Okay, I know you said not parents and food, but
Obviously,
once
because
you
you
said that
mentioned
something
it. Because you
appreciating more,
mentioned it.
I know, yeah, I know you said that, but as I posted a story the other day, it said like, oh, now you appreciate the loud noise at dinner and the loud gatherings, especially if you're Arab, you know these loud gatherings and the family get together and there's kids running around and there's so many things happening. Yeah, you appreciate that more, definitely. Something I'm appreciating more. Hmm, hmm. Definitely. Okay. Also, definitely the adhan. Definitely. I guess that's something I took for granted in Saudi, which is the adhan goes off. You hear it everywhere. Now you don't really hear it. Oh, you don't hear it as much. So yeah, you really have to. Once you live in a non-Muslim country, you really have to put effort to what happened.
The adhan, by the way, is the
Yeah.
calling for prayer. That's the adhan. You know, in here, for example, in the UK, the church, there's a bell, but in Islam culture, there is an adhan, which is calling for a prayer. Go on.
Yes. So yeah, you miss it a lot, and I had taken it for granted. It's yeah. So yeah, as Muslim, I appreciate it. No, like what's it called? You really have to put more effort into staying in touch with your religion, with your deen, because you live in a non-Muslim country now,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That's definitely I wish I had appreciated more. What else?
Maybe your
Hmm. I
relationship
think I already yeah.
with Hashim Tufaha Jr., for example.
Yes. I mean, okay, we were. Let me tell you guys something. So people are watching this. Okay, me and Hashim, okay, me and we were like, okay, we did have other relatives. He had like another relative, like uncle. He had another uncle, right, in Saudi, but they had left. So it was really just us in Riyadh. So we kind of grew up together. You would say that we kind of grew up together. We've known each other like all our lives, really. So we have already been close. But since both of us left, we had gotten even closer because we talk about we share the stories that happened with us, right? We share it with each other. We share our learning experiences that we've had, right? And yeah, we definitely got closer. I'm trying to remember, like, think something I appreciate more.
uh, let's move on. I think you answered it well.
Yeah,
I want to ask you another
Allah,
question.
cannot here. Yeah, yeah,
Inshallah. Okay, Abu Ahmed, I'm gonna end
yeah.
this podcast with a final episode, with a final with a final question.
Question.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
how do you think your experience so far in America will continue to influence
Mm.
your life, especially like in terms of moving forward?
How will continue to influence my life?
Yeah.
Hmm. I would say it would. So living in America definitely is okay. So let me. Okay, so that's just to clarify for the people. I kind of really moved here really because I got the residency and everything. So I'm not really in. That's how I was able to work and everything. I didn't have It wasn't a student visa at all. Um,
Wait, so let me
living here, so
clarify
they're
something.
living in. Yeah,
If you have a
yeah.
student visa in America, you won't be able to work.
I believe so. You can't. Maybe you can work on campus if you talk to the university. I think, but no, I don't think you can.
Interesting.
You
Okay.
can. No. Um. So so one opportunity that you get when you are isolated, I guess, when you are by yourself, really, is you get time to reflect. Get. Huh?
Huh?
Why do
No,
that, man?
I did that
Huh?
because you mentioned
Yeah.
something to do while you are isolated is to call your cousin, but never mind.
Oh yeah. That happens every morning. Every morning I have to call this guy, or he calls me. One of
He
us.
always cut off, by the way.
Uh, yeah, because I have to talk to my mom. That's why. uh,
I said nothing.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. الحمد لله. الله يخلي الوالدة. المهم, definitely gives you time to reflect on your life, and it gives you opportunity to work on yourself. So one thing that America provides is freedom and opportunity to work, and opportunity to start business, opportunity to start whatever career that you want. Really, you want to be a doctor, you could be a doctor. You want to be a singer, you can be a singer. You want to be an engineer, you can be an engineer. You can. This is also one of the reasons why it took me a while to decide my major. Really, because there's so many. It's so many. The amount of options that you have is actually is it leaves you paralyzed. I would say it leaves you like, okay, what do I do? Like I can do anything. So yeah, so I see myself. I don't know, like really, if I'm gonna start a business or whatever. Who knows, really? Who knows? I might start a YouTube channel. Who knows? I can. I can. After starting my career, definitely beginning to grow, beginning to like build wealth. I would say having much more experiences that I wouldn't have able to get in the Middle East in general. Exploring different states. I would say um, exploring different careers. I would say because again, you can really do anything you want here. Um,
Yeah, I see what you
and
mean.
definitely, yeah, definitely, definitely. As I mentioned, become more responsible person. I definitely have a. I start becoming more intentional with your time. That's something that I wasn't doing before,
Yeah.
and you realize that really small things really impact your life. Like even the smallest, smallest habits, or smallest things that you do in a day, you think that it's not going to affect, but really in the long term, it has a big impact.
Yeah.
So really, yeah, small things, staying consistent. I would say staying consistent with work and with the good habits.
Yeah.
Inshallah, will be successful. And
I mean,
yeah,
any
Allah.
final message to your future self, your family, and your friends?
Okay. Final message for my future self. For my future self.
Yeah.
Uh,
I got one already.
and
I will. I'm for sure.
you
I'm
have,
gonna ask
yeah.
myself. I will ask myself, did I do it? That's it.
Okay, you
That's
know
gonna be
what?
it.
I want to ask, did you? Mm. No, no, not did you. No, did you? Did you find? Did you? So this is a subject I have been exploring the past couple of days and like weeks, I guess. So you know how like growing up, you have your own thoughts, you have your own personality, you have your own unique. You're unique, right? And you just like go to school and people, like teachers say something, and like society really starts influencing you. So a way that I want to ask him is, did you end up um, unlearning some of the things that you were taught, and did you become the best version of yourself? Really become the best version of yourself. Did you unlearn a lot of things? Did you unlearn and relearn um, correct ideas? I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that
So
I have in mind.
I
So my
can
yeah
I can rephrase it as, did you think again?
Yes, yes, yes. Did you think again? Go read that book. Go read that book. Think
Come
again.
on, get
Think
out of
again.
here. You can't recommend it while you haven't read it yet.
I'm still reading. I'm about to read it though. I'm about to read it.
Fair
I'm
enough.
about to read it. I would say okay. I would say to my parents. What do I tell them? My friends. Ins- I hope. I hope. Inshallah, I have made you proud. Inshallah, you'll be happy that you did decide to send me to America, and that I had a positive impact before I left. I would assume at the time I left because I don't plan on living here really for the rest of my life. But hey, again, nothing ever goes as planned. You know, we say that, but yeah, who knows really? But inshallah, inshallah, there's something that always stays in my mind that um, like you do influence people, whether like you like it or not. The way when you interact with people, when you talk to people, you will have an impact on them. That's something that I hope that my future self has done. Really, is that I hope that you have positively influenced people and people that will remember the phrase that you said, or they see you as a like not as a kind of a role model that okay, what would Ahmed do in this situation, or what would Hashim do in this situation, because they had learned from you something and they had taken you as okay, he is a responsible person and he is a good representation of Islam and Muslims, really. um okay, one last question. I have one last question for you. Okay, yeah, one last thing, I guess.
Well, oh, wait,
What is something?
what is the
Yeah,
message to your friends?
yeah, it's also for my friends. It's similar, like, oh, to my friends like in Saudi or like in general.
Forget about that. I just want to add one thing. I want to
Yeah,
thank.
yeah,
I think you forgot to thank your parents in the end, or your family. Thank them as well. As well, I think they really deserve it.
yeah. I was yeah alhamdulillah, they have given me a great opportunity that a lot of people wish for and a lot of people they dream of. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'll forever be grateful, and I have told them that, alhamdulillah. And I will continue to tell them that and show them that by my action that I'm not gonna waste this opportunity. Inshallah.
yeah, yeah. Well, what was your question? Sorry.
Yes. What is something that you always wanted to ask me?
I always wanted to ask you.
Yeah, that's something I actually asked my dad about this. When my dad was saying, I asked him, what is something like you're curious about me? Because I wanted
Honestly,
to get quite closer to my dad. So yeah, closer with you.
yeah.
What is something?
Honestly, whatever question comes to my mind, I always ask you. Okay, Ahmed, thank you
Okay,
so
okay,
much
okay.
for accepting my invitation. I really appreciate you, and you know that. I appreciate you as a brother, uh, more than like a friend. However, thank you so much again. And any final words, feel free to it. And yeah,
Thank you so much for having me. And inshallah, your channel grows more and more. And wallah, you inspire me. And I told you this before. Wallah, you inspire me a lot um, to chase my dreams more, I guess, and
and thinking again.
to and to think again. Definitely to think again. Yeah, I hope this is a great time, and I'm looking forward to more episodes and more guests that you're gonna bring on to watch those episodes.
Anyway, thank you so much, everyone who watched this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, as well as subscribe. And I will see you
Uh,
really soon. Bye bye.